Good morning and welcome to Full Circle Ozarks.
Good morning and welcome to Full Circle Ozarks. Wanted to take time this morning and give you an update on the shop build and kind of show you what's going on with that. And then hopefully toward the end of the video, and I want you to stay tuned for that. In my previous video, I had posted about a log turner that I had made. Got a few questions and comments wanting to know if the log turner could be used to actually load logs, and the answer is yes. So I'll try to demo that for you later on toward the end of this video. But anyway, back to the shop. Yeah, I had showed you where we had got the foundation poured, and I was waiting on the actual shop to get delivered. And guess what? The shop was delivered a couple of days ago, so I've got to kind of inventory the components. So let me swing the camera around here and show you what we've got. Right here are some of the big beams here. These are 4 of the posts. I've got 2 of the posts here, one there and one on the other end. And I've just got to finish getting stuff organized here. Here's some more of the big iron here. Again, this is going to be a big red iron build. So we got some more of it laying here. So and of course, there's my heifer there, Blue. He thinks whatever I'm doing out here, he has to be right in the middle of it, which I wouldn't have it any other way. And then the remaining pieces of the shop is right over here. So what I've got to do is go through and get some stuff organized here. Sheet metal is back over on that side, different braces and so forth. So again, this is going to be a 30 by 40 shop. So I have a lot of work to do to get this build underway. So I hope to get this started here in the next day or so. We'll get all this big iron up, and as we get the big iron up, things will start looking a whole lot different for the winter. My goal is to have the shop up by the winter, and I've already moved the insulation inside to have it stored in a nice place, a nice dry place, more importantly. So I hope you stay tuned and watch the future videos as we get this shop built. So it's going to be some fun videos as we start putting this thing together. And as I said, we're going to spend some time here in a little bit, and I'm going to show you using that log turner, how it can also be used to go ahead and load the logs. So we'll demo that here shortly. It sure is a beautiful morning. Just kind of walking around the perimeter of the property, kind of checking things, allowing Blue to stretch his legs and walk with me. But it is beautiful. It's about 59, maybe 60 degrees. I think the low was supposed to be in like 58. But it's a nice morning to be outside doing things. So just the perfect weather. I got to get the chainsaw out and start cutting some firewood again. I have quite a bit of timber down that I need to cut up in rounds and get busted. I'm going to swing the camera around and show you our park area. this is where quite a bit of the timber came from. So just bring it around here. As you can see here, one of several people have made comment as they look at this area here, and they call this our park. It's literally right here in front of our house. But this is this really cleaned up nicely, but we took a lot of firewood off, and I'll show you where I have it piled at down here, ready to be cut up in rounds. This is one of my favorite places right here, though, just to come out and spend a little bit of time grilling. And here's one of the benches that I had made the other day. Let me know if you like that. I've got several more I want to make. So and this grass right here in the park area, it just came up naturally. I didn't plant this. So it's popping up good here. It is so peaceful out this morning. The birds are just singing. Blue's having a good time. Aren't you, Blue? Huh? Are you having a good time, buddy? You having a good time? What are you doing? Huh? You my buddy? Yeah. You my buddy? Yeah. I also got some brush piles I've got to get burnt again from a lot of the cleanup. I'm just kind of planning part of my day as I go. But sometimes it's nice just to sit back, relax a little bit, and kind of plan your day. Here's two of the piles that's going to end up as firewood. There's one there, another pile in here. The weeds have kind of growed up around them, so I need to get those cut up. And here is my burn pile areas. As you can see, there's a lot of small sticks and all there from doing a lot of cleanup there in the park area. And that's the actual burn pile there. I will set that on fire here in the days ahead and get that burnt, and then I'll just use this right here to feed it with and get it all burned up again. And then over here there's another big pile that I need to get cut up in rounds and make firewood out of that. And I don't know if any of y'all have actually tried building a homestead or clearing the land. It's lots and lots of work. I put no telling how many hours in out here working, trying to get this place cleaned up, starting from scratch, and it just takes lots and lots of time, but it's very rewarding and I thoroughly enjoy it. I do need to go up and let the chickens out in the run, and so they can be enjoying this morning also. So we'll get up here and we'll let the chickens out, and so they can start scratching, free ranging a little bit. Looks like they're out ready to go. When I say out, I mean out of the coop de ville. So good morning, ladies. You're all ready to get out for a little bit? Y'all ready to get out just for a little bit? How y'all doing this morning? How y'all doing this morning? go. I'm just going to let them free range out here in the, I call it the extended run. This is the electrical fence, and it will shock you if it's not turned off. So I got it turned off right now while I'm here at the house out here with them. I normally don't keep it on, but Lou got down a little bit close the other day, and he got his nose into it, and it reminded him that it still works. So the two lavender chickens, they haven't started laying yet, and I'm not quite sure when. Some of the documentation that I read on suggests that some of those will be up to 6 months old before they actually start laying. So we're getting close to that. So the two lavenders, hopefully they will start laying soon. But we've got 6 bar rock. For those of you that may be new, we've got 6 bar rock. We've got 6 Rhode Island Reds. We've got a Buffington and a Leghorn. So most of the eggs that we get are light brown, some a little bit darker brown on the eggshell itself, and we have the Leghorn that lays a white egg, and the Buffington. You can see her right there. We're not 100% sure, but it appears that she might lay a whitish egg. So anyway, they're providing a lot of eggs for us now. We're getting somewhere between 10 and 12 eggs a day on the average. So because of that, we're able to bless some family and friends with some eggs. So, well, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I'm going to show you the log turner and show you how it can also be used to load a log on the mill. In my case, I have a tractor with a grapple, and that's what I primarily use. But sometimes you may not have the tractor immediately with you, so I want to demo that log turner that I built, and let you see how I can also use it to load a log. So stay tuned for that. Okay, let me start again by giving another overview of the winch and how it mounts and how I build it and so forth. Or the log turner. On my trailer itself, there's just a regular trailer hitch receiver that I welded here. I have a very rigid steel frame that I built for this trailer here, and so let me install that, and then I will go over the actual winch and what I actually done when I built that. It simply just slides right in that easy. And let me talk about this hook that I put on here. This hook that I hook into the log itself, my dad made that many years ago, and my dad's words was, one of his final words was, he's laying in the hospital bed, and he looked at my wife, and we were talking about different things that he made throughout the years, and he said, I love to make things. So this little hook is kind of special to me, and so I wanted to be able to use this on part of the build. But this is some real heavy duty metal here, and I only have a 1,000-pound winch on here. So if you build one yourself, you may want to consider putting a heavier winch. This one here seems to work well, but you know, a great big log would be kind of heavy. So, and I actually have a 3,000-pound winch I can just unscrew and mount on here if I need to, but this one seems to work well for right now. So I chose to go with just a seatbelt style weld here on the winch rather than a cable. I like this because I can actually wrap it around the log, and when I'm winched it up, if need be, I can help it roll. So anyway, we're gonna hook this up to a log and see how it works, actually loading the log onto the sawmill. Again, I have a tractor with a grapple, so I normally don't use it to load logs, but I do use it to turn logs. So, but some of you have asked, you know, what does it look like when you load a log? What do you have to go through? So I want to go ahead and demo that and let you see what it looks like. Okay, the first thing you're going to need is some ramps. I'm using some regular four-wheeler ramps that I use to load my ATVs. And so I've got 2 of those on. And I'm going to attempt the first time to load the log this way. We'll see how it works. It's kind of hard to find the center of a log sometimes because of the weight. One log typically is a little bit bigger on the end than the other. So I've got this kind of where I think it's going to be. I've got my winch web wrapped around it and back attached to my frame of my trailer. So what I'm hoping is this thing will just be able to roll all the way up, and I may have to come back here. And use my cant hook and kind of guide the ends a little bit. But let me start this rolling and see if I can start winching it up. And I've got some safety chains right here in case I get it so far and I want to just tie it off and do something else. As you can see, the log is beginning to roll right up the ramps. And again, this is a 1,000-pound winch. If you're going to do a great big log, you may want to adjust this. What I'm noticing now, the small end of the log is kind of not coming up as quick. I will fix that in just a moment. What I've done, just readjusted this cable here now, and I'll go around the other side. I should be able to finish winching it up. We'll see how it works out. You know, that seemed to work pretty good. It's going to take a little bit of practice using it, and again, it's going to depend on the size of the log. When you have a big log and you're out by yourself and you don't have a tractor available, I think this would work fine for you. So I hope you enjoyed the demo of this, and I may use it from time to time to do this. I may not always have my tractor with me if I'm out on the site milling for somebody, but this seems to work pretty good. So thanks for the questions. If you have any more questions, make sure you chime in, put them in the comments there. If you see me out and about somewhere, feel free to ask then also. But take care, God bless, and we'll see you again on the next Full Circle Ozarks.